Hi, I'm Curtis Christensen, Managing Director of the Los Alamos Program Management Office here at TechSource. TechSource is honored to have the opportunity to support Hilltoppers basketball. We are part of the lab's triad team working towards mission delivery, and we are part of the community right here, living the example that it is team that gets it done. To borrow some of the famous Coach Wooden's words, the main ingredient to winning is team. All the team. The players that listen, push, and focus during practice, the support from the bench, and those 5 on the court. Los Alamos is a special community. We count ourselves lucky to be able to have the opportunity to support its people, events, and organizations. Good luck today. Go Toppers.
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers.
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is better for bears and better for us. So at night, for instance, at the Nature Center, we take down the bird feeders that we have outside and put them back up in the morning. So that is something you can do. But if you do have a bear at your house that has eaten from your feeders, make sure to take your feeders down for a length of time around 2 weeks, so the bear does not acclimatize to coming to your house for food. Do not leave your pet food outside. If you happen to feed your animals outdoors, put your food bowls out there, make sure your animals have your fill, but make sure you bring them in after your animal is done eating. That'll, again, keep the bears safe. Clean and store your grills. That means cleaning your grills thoroughly, removing all fat and food that could have dropped in the base of the grill, and then storing it in an inaccessible place, so a place the bears cannot get to, like a garage or even inside your house, if that's a possibility. I know not everybody has a garage, but just keeping in mind a good place to store a grill that is away from that can be away from bears accessing it. And I guess our last bear safety tip is to tell your neighbors, communicate with your neighbors and your friends about bears that have been spotted in the area, or these safety tips that you've learned here today. The more knowledge we can give to our neighbors and our friends, the better, and it will keep our bear neighbors and our human neighbors as safe as possible. Good luck, toppers, on your season.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win, so go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public, as well as the playgrounds and facilities, while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty, but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the Safety and Wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the District 2 4A Championship Game Tournament, the championship game of the District 2 4A tournament. And tonight it will be the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the Moriarty High School Pintos. And it's been an interesting district situation. Los Alamos coming into the ball game, coached by Ray Romero. They are 18-7. They are 8-0 in district. Did not lose a district game. Moriarty 16-10 had a good season, and they only lost 2 games in the district, and that was to Los Alamos. So they end up with a district record of 6-2. And it's really interesting is that after they played the very first district game was played here at Griffith Gymnasium, and the Hilltoppers won that ball game 64-28. They actually went into the second half. It started the second half with a mercy rule, and so anyway, and then they followed that up about a couple of weeks later when Los Alamos went to Moriarty and won that ball game 64-32. So the Hilltoppers have had no problems whatsoever with the Pintos, but the Pintos haven't had any problem whatsoever with the rest of the district. Because after they lost to Los Alamos 64-28, they went down to Espanola, won that one 59-44. Then went to Taos, beat them 44-34, and then took on Milwaukee, beat them 47-31. So it was quite an anomaly, at least for us at that point. So we're ready for the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there we have the national anthem, and in a moment, the PA Boys of Los Alamos will introduce the starting lineups for both of these teams. And Moriarty Pintos, as I say, coming into the ball game with a record of 16-10 and 6-2. So they're going to start tonight. Anissa Chavez, and she is a senior. We don't have any heights on any of these girls. Juliana Young will also start, and she is a junior. And joining them would be our Miranda Quintana. She is a junior. And let's see. Yeah, so you get the rest of the starting lineup here. We got, and let's see, that's going to be Presley Edwards. And I'm missing one girl. But anyway, now the Hilltoppers will start a 5'4" sophomore. That is Sophia Trujillo. A 5'5" junior, Abigail Martinez, a 5'8" sophomore, and that is Gigi Romero, and a 5'8" senior, Carly Holland, and the underneath for Los Alamos, a 5'10" senior, Tara McDonald, and that is the starting lineup for the Hilltoppers. And so we'll be underway here in just a moment. This right now is the 5th game in 6 days that had been being brought to you by the Los Alamos Daily Post. I want to thank the Daily Post and Carol Clark for making all this possible and for making it possible to bring you Hilltopper basketball, and we've been bringing you Hilltopper basketball all week long. We did 4 games for the boys, starting on Monday, only skipping Wednesday. So we had 4 games in 5 days, and then tonight we are at Griffith Gymnasium to bring you this championship battle between the Moriarty High School Pintos, coached by Jana Boxkuskas, and the Hilltoppers, coached by Ray Romero. 16-10 for the Pintos, 18-7 for Los Alamos. And so getting ready to jump it up, we'll have Tara McDonald. Tara easily controls the tip, gets it over to Abby Martinez. She'll wait for Sophia Trujillo. Now they set things up. Just underway. Tara McDonald sets the screen and trying to cut to the basket. Gigi Romero, she's cut off, gets into a double team, gets out of the double team. So right now, and though they go with a little give and go, and as they give it into Tara McDonald, she has her shot is short. She hits the side of the rim, didn't get it up high enough on the backboard. So now with it for Juliana Young. Juliana Young will bring it over to Anissa Chavez. Shot is up, rebound is off, and it's going to almost, and it is stolen away. As it came down to Carly Holland, but then it was stolen away by Sophia Mares. And Sophia, she ended up putting the shot up. Her shot is off. And so Sophia Trujillo get it to Tara McDonald, over to Carly Holland, top of the key. She'll get it now. They'll rotate it to the right side. Abby Martinez is going to take it in, puts a wild shot up. We had a collision. And Abby goes down, but nothing called. Abby does that a lot, and she puts that shot up. She really doesn't have a chance to do it, but she's trying to draw the foul. She's usually pretty effective with that. So Carly Holland almost steals the ball away, and in fact, the Hilltoppers with a kind of a mild full court press. They tried to get the pass over to Sophia Mares, and Carly Holland got a hand in it right on the sideline, and it went off of Sophia out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers with it. Abby Martinez gets it now to Gigi Romero. Romero in the free throw circle. Whoa. And I mean, she shot from about, 16, 17 feet. And that ball probably went about 14 feet. So it's a complete air ball, and I can't believe she missed it that much. 6:22, almost 2 minutes gone in this ballgame. Still, the Hilltoppers and Moriarty, neither team has scored. So the Hilltoppers right now in a girl-to-girl defense. Tara McDonald steals the ball away, and she's coming down the floor. She's going to be fouled. So Tara, this will be a common foul, but the personal foul will go to Sophia Mares. That's going to be her first, and that's the first team foul. And so it'll be inbounded by Los Alamos at midcourt on the common foul. Comes to Sophia Trujillo. She'll dribble down into the wing. Has it almost stolen away. Carly Holland picks it up, and now Carly is going to get bumped by Sophia. No, are they going to call Carly for that? Whoa, my golly Moses.
I saw her do a slight elbow there.
Yeah, I think you're right. There was definitely contact, and now we're going to have a traveling violation called against the as the Pintos got into a double team, couldn't get out of the double team. The Hilltoppers inbound it right at midcourt, and they'll bring it into Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo gets the screen, comes around the screen, picks it up, and then gets it to Tara McDonald, trying to go down the right side of the lane, and they get him. And Presley Edwards gets a hand in there and knocks it off of the leg of Tara McDonald. 5:43 to go in this ballgame, and still neither team has scored. They bring it up the floor to Presley Edwards. Edwards is going to take it right down the middle, and then she dishes it off at the last second, coming in from the left wing, and Anissa Chavez, and Anissa puts it in for two. It makes it a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Pintos. Carly Holland coming up from Los Alamos gets a screen from Tara McDonald, can't do anything with it. Gets it to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo coming right down the middle of the lane, crosses the free throw line, puts up a left-handed shot. She's fouled. That foul will go to Juliana Young. That's going to be her first. That is the second team foul. on the Pintos. And at the free throw line will be Sophia Trujillo. Pintos leading 2-0. 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. Sophia finally puts Los Alamos in the scoring column. So the 5'4" sophomore will go back to the free throw line for Los Alamos and try to tie this ball game up at 2-2. So the first game with Los Alamos, by this time, Los Alamos, in the very, very first game, by this time, Los Alamos had about a 12-point lead, but not tonight against these Pintos. So it's a 2-2 ball game right now, and Sophia puts in the second. Quickly down the floor come the Pintos. Boy, Anissa Chavez just leading the charge. She crosses the timeline, pulls it up, gets it over now to Juliana Young. Young on the dribble, going to come in from the left side, dishes it off at the last second to Presley Edwards. And Presley Edwards puts it in for two. Nice play that time as he penetrated and then dished it across to Presley. Presley wide open. Sophia Trujillo. Hilltoppers go with it. Try to set it. Gigi Romero tries to sets the screen for Sophia Trujillo. Rolls off, and then the pass from. Let's see. They're gonna. The pass actually came to Gigi, but I thought Gigi lost it out of bounds. But they're going to say no. It was last touched by Moriarty. So Hilltoppers will inbound under their own basket. They get it inside to Michelle Macias. Her ball is knocked away. We're going to have a breakaway layup here momentarily, and that's going to go to Anissa Chavez. She now has 4 points in the ballgame, and it's a 6-2 ballgame as Moriarty coming on strong here at Griffith Gymnasium. Hilltoppers won both of the games big, doubling the score in both games. Comes now to Gigi Romero out on top to Abby Martinez. She'll get it to Sophia Trujillo over to Carly Holden, right wing out on top. And putting the ball on the floor now and going in, putting it in. Nice move by Abby Martinez coming down the lane on the left side and puts in a left-handed shot. Pretty move. 6-4. The ball's on the floor. We're going to have a battle for it, and the alternating and the jump ball. The possession will go to Moriarty. 6-4 right now. First quarter, 3:57. And Moriarty will inbound it right smack at midcourt. They bring it into the backcourt to Juliana Young. Juliana just taking her sweet time walking across the timeline, stops in the half-court circle. Now she's all of some directions, passes the ball over to Anissa Chavez. And Chavez will get it back to Juliana Young. Underneath the basket, nice move into the basket, and the shot is going to go up, and it's going to be missed by Anissa Chavez as she got open under the basket. So good entry pass, but she couldn't convert. And then on the rebound attempt, we're going to have Presley Edwards go for the personal, pick up the personal. That'll be her first. That is going to be that's the fourth team foul already on Moriarty. Comes now to Michelle Macias, who has checked in. Carly Holland, 3-point shot. That's up. Rebound comes down to Sophia Trujillo. And Trujillo misses an easy layup right in front of the basket and then tries to get her own rebound and picks up the personal. Sophia was wide open, missed an easy shot, went for her own rebound, and picks up the foul. Full court press by Los Alamos.
Yeah, the Topper girls, they just are getting a slow start here. They look like they need to get their rhythm going.
Yeah, they're kind of out of sync.
They're out of sync is a good way to put it.
And Abby Martinez going for the ball. She levels Anissa Chavez. Boy, I mean, she was really going for the ball, and that's her first personal. And that is the third team foul on Los Alamos. Shot is up by Moriarty. Rebound comes down to Abby Martinez. They'll get it up to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo will bring it up. Caitlin Bellardi has checked in for Los Alamos. Now to Michelle Macias. Boy, they're calling this game really tight. And so that's going to go to Presley Edwards, and that's going to be her second. So that's the second on Presley, and that is the 15th foul. Well, they're not letting they're not letting very much go by in this ball game. Little give and go to two.
Ah, boy, they're calling it
Yeah, they're really
really close.
close.
They're going to foul all these girls out.
Yeah. Well, we almost had that last night in Towson. We fouled out 2 or 3 of our guys in that ball game. And the other night we fouled everybody out. We finished the game against Milwaukee with 5 sophomores on the floor. At the free throw line right now, Gigi Romero. And Gigi was fouled in the act of shooting, so she puts in the first free throw. And that makes it a 6-5 ball game. Hilltoppers down by 1. Gigi could tie it up. And this one rolls around and comes off. Rebound is pulled down by Anissa Chavez. Chavez coming down the floor in a hurry, takes it to the hole. So Anissa Chavez going coast to coast. She picks up 6 points. She's got 6 of the 8 points.
She didn't have any trouble going through that lane.
No. That was pretty easy for Anissa. So a swarming defense here. And, boy, they're calling it so close. And we get into these double teams, and the defense is really being called very, very tightly. So that's the second on Sofia Morris. And that is going to be the 7th team foul on Los Alamos. On the Pintos already. So that will put right now Caitlin Bellardi at the free throw line for Los Alamos. And the 5'6" senior, Los Alamos has only scored 1 field goal in ball game, and so Caitlin misses a free throw. So right now they're 3 for 5 from the free throw line. 8-5 right now. Moriarty up with 2 minutes to go. They're going to bounce it over right now to Lily Chavez, who has checked in for the.
There we go. There
Tara
we go.
McDonald.
Oh.
Well, Debbie,
They showed some defense there. They got in there. They were holding them off, and they stole that ball.
Yeah, Tara McDonald got the steal, came down, put it up off the backboard too hard, and then Abby Martinez got the rebound. And boy, she was taken out big time.
She got leveled.
Yeah, by Lily Chavez. So that is the 8th team foul. Moriarty really piling up the fouls, and the Hilltoppers shooting horribly from the free throw line.
Yeah, they're having a terrible time with the free throws.
So
there goes one.
Abby finally puts in the second of 2, and the Hilltoppers are still down 6-8. 1 field goal for Los Alamos right now, and now we're going to.
They're having a hard time getting a field goal when they're out. They just send them to the line.
Yeah. Now Caitlin Velarde picks up the personal. And they're coming down the sideline, and boy, any contact at all, and these officials are calling it. They're really calling it tight. 3-point shot. Whoa, off the glass. Nisa Chavez, she has all the points except for 2 for Moriarty. They lead 11-6.
Yeah, she's got 9 of 11.
And she banged that one. She put that 3-pointer up, and from my angle, which I was looking right behind her, and it sure looked to me like it was off. But boy, that thing hit that backboard and slammed through the net.
That backboard gave it the right bounce.
Boy, it sure did. Anyway, they're going to bring it out now to the Hilltoppers will inbound
See
it.
if they'll let them pass around a little bit.
11-6. Hilltoppers only 1 field goal so far. Whoa! Nice little moonwalk there by Michelle.
A little bit of a couple steps.
Yeah, a little bit. She must have some song stuck in her head because she was dancing around like crazy. Comes over now to Lily Chavez. They will get it, and they dish it off inside.
Nice defense.
Nice move. Boy, pretty. Powering her way in, Lily Chavez.
Got it over anyway.
Yeah, she got the ball right to the right side of the lane, right under the basket. And they were all over her. And she had popped it in for the two, and now it's a 13-6 ball
nice
game.
Play on their
3-point shot by Los Alamos is off. Rebound comes down to Michelle Macias, and we're going to have a foul. And I don't know if they're going to be a foul before the shot or not. That'll be and that personal foul is going to go to Leslie Marino. That is going to be her first. That is the ninth team foul.
By
Macias. So they did call it a shooting foul. I thought they might have called it before the shot.
And she misses.
Yes, I tell you. And so now Michelle Macias at the line. She misses the first and the second. Unbelievable. That's all Los Alamos has done is shoot free throws and hadn't made any. And taking it all the way to the hole. Nice move to the basket was Anissa Chavez. And the rebound is going to be pulled down by Miranda Quintana. And Quintana's fouled as she tries to with the putback. And that personal foul goes to Gigi Romero. And that is her first. That's a 15th foul. It makes it 13-6.
Anissa Chavez, she's impressive. She's
yes, she certainly
smooth
is.
As glass out there.
So Miranda Quintana misses the first. That's the first free throw of the ball game for Moriarty. They lead 13-6 with 3.5 seconds to go here in this first period. And so Miranda puts in the second one. So now it's a 14-6, an 8-point lead right now for Moriarty here in this first quarter. And so that will bring the quarter to an end. And the Hilltoppers finds themselves down by 8 points to the Pintos after the Hilltoppers doubled the score on them both times that they played them, 64-28, 64-32. But right now, and we have looking over the free throw situation, we had the Pintos went to the line twice, and they were 1 for 2. The Hilltoppers went to the line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. They were 4 for 10 from the free throw line. As we had Sophia Trujillo got both of hers. Abigail Martinez was 1 for 2. Gigi Romero 1 for 2. And Michelle Macias and Caitlin Velarde both 0 for 2. So the Hilltoppers 4 for 10 from the free throw line and 1 field goal in that first half. Unbelievable. And 1 3-pointer in the ball game, and that one coming from Anissa Chavez to the
right before.
So the 14-6 as we start the second quarter of play in this championship game. It's Los Alamos heavily favored, but I don't know. Moriarty, except for Los Alamos, has had no trouble with anybody else in the district. And Moriarty will inbound it to start the second quarter. They almost overthrow it to Anissa Chavez. And Chavez picked up 9 points in that first quarter. She has 9 of their 14. So Moriarty moving the ball very well around the circle, going into try. Whoa, that was a good block by Tara McDonald, but they're gonna call Michelle Macias. I don't know where Michelle was. She didn't even look like she was close, but that's the 6th team foul. And at the free throw line right now is Leslie Marino. And Leslie, no points in the ball game. She had picked up 1 foul, misses the first, so shoot 1 more. This one
missed that one also. Nice. Oh, Tara almost had that rebound and slipped out.
Popped in and out. And popped in and out, and then there was a little struggle into the basket for the rebound, and the Hilltoppers lose it out of bounds. So Moriarty will inbound it under their own basket, and they bounce it in right under the basket to This time to Anissa Chavez. As she goes up, her shot is blocked by Carly Holland, and so Moriarty will inbound it once again into their own basket. They get it inside to Anissa Chavez, and Chavez can't hang on right near the end baseline, and they bounced it right to her, and she couldn't hold it on, dropped it onto the baseline.
It's a nice series of defense there by the Topper girls.
Yes.
Right under the basket, Romero, they held them off.
Carly Holland for Los Alamos. And there's a little give and go. And so nice move that time, Debbie. As the Tara McDonald set that screen.
Yeah, that was a nice move and it almost worked.
Tara McDonald at the line.
Yeah, almost. That shot.
Tara McDonald at the free throw line, and she's gonna.
She made it.
So Tara finally hits another free throw for Los Alamos, and Tara second shot rolls around and comes off. The boy ripping down the rebound, Lily Chavez. Chavez working against the full court press, bounces it up to Anissa Chavez. Chavez now will back out near the half-court circle to bring it to the right wing. Picking up the dribble, they try to get it to Lisa Marino, and they're going to say Marino. It went right by her, but it did hit her in the hand. So the Hilltoppers and Debbie and let's see, we've got, a little over a minute gone here. So like in 9 minutes and 15 seconds, the Hilltoppers have scored one field goal. They did that little give and go again to Tara, and she's immediately, double teamed and reaching into Miranda Quintana, steals it right out of the hands of Tara. They get it up to Leslie Marino, and the rebound comes down to Miranda Quintana, and she hits the floor, and now she'll hit the free throw line. That personal foul is going to go to Tara McDonald.
Boy, they got that triple team on Tara on the other end, and they tore it out of there.
Yes, exactly. And so now Tara with two personal fouls has to sit down, 14-7. And at the free throw line will be Miranda Quintana. And she was there in the first quarter. She was 1 for 2. In fact, she shot the only free throws of the first quarter for us. For the Pintos. The Pintos right now are 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Miranda puts in the first. She'll shoot one more. That makes it 15-7. That matches the biggest lead that Moriarty has had. They had the 8-point lead. Now they take their biggest lead of the game here in the second quarter. 16-7. The Hilltoppers one field goal.
Try and get some of their groove back here.
Moriarty, really hustling. So Sophia Trujillo puts the shot up. The ball is stolen away. Here comes Anissa Chavez. Chavez, 15-footer. Whoa! Boy, that looked nice.
There's that girl again. Beautiful shot.
Oh, that was a great shot. My God, she pulled up 18-7. Hilltoppers. This looks like the first game these two teams played, except the score is a lot different. They get it now to Gigi Romero coming down the right side of the lane, and she'll go to the free throw line. And we're going to have a personal foul go, I believe, to Leslie Marino. That's her second. That's the 10th team foul. And so Gigi Romero at the free throw line. She was there. She was 1 for 2 in the first quarter. And so she puts that one in. That gives her 2 points in the ball game. And the only field goal coming in this ball game so far for Los Alamos is Abigail Martinez in the first quarter. And the Hilltoppers only other points have come from the free throw line, and they haven't been.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Gigi puts that one in. And
at least they were starting to get some more field goals off.
Yes.
They just haven't been falling, but at least they're getting them, shooting them instead of just walking up to the free throw line.
Well, that was the problem. It was just they're moving the ball around, but the Moriarty defense has been very, very aggressive, and And Hilltoppers really haven't been getting a whole lot of good shots. I think Carly Holland took a three-pointer. That's the only time that anybody from Los Alamos has been open for a three-point shot. And in fact, most of the moves to the basket for Los Alamos, they've been immediately double or triple teamed. And the defense by Moriarty so far has been outstanding.
Yeah, they're on them right away, and they have gotten a couple of nice shots off in a couple of in the lane there. They just didn't fall.
Yes, they have. And so they'll full court press by Los Alamos, and probably got up the floor. The floor actually. Whoa. They overthrew this time. And they overthrew. It looked like the Moriarty girl was going to get it, but boy, I mean, coming out of nowhere was Michelle Macias to grab the ball. Hilltoppers with it. Abby Martinez, three-point shot. That's off. Michelle Macias underneath trying to get the rebound, and she was battling under there with Jackie Rivas, but they're going to say it's off of Rivas out of bounds. 5:22 to go. Hilltoppers still with only one field goal, and ball's on the floor. Nobody knows where it is. And so, Michelle, I mean, the ball, they had looked like a rugby scrum right there in the middle of the lane. Everybody looked around. Then the ball just rolled away from them. Nobody knew where the ball was.
Yeah, Michelle, she finally figured it out, and she turned around and she put up a beautiful shot.
Yes,
got fouled.
Yeah, so that personal foul went to Jackie Rivas, by the way. That was her first. Hilltoppers on the steal. They've got a 3-on-1, and Gigi Romero's going to take it all the way in, but she'll be fouled. But the personal foul is going to go this time now to, looks like Julia Casey. That's her first. That's the 11th team foul on Moriarty. And Gigi Romero at the free throw line.
She makes that one. So, look at Gigi. She's got 5 free throws.
So that's
5 points.
And Gigi puts it in. And Gigi misses the second. Wow. Full court press by Los Alamos, and Sophia Maris brings it up to get it up to the floor now to Julia Casey. Casey, they bounce it on it, cutting to the basket. Boy, nice move. I mean, great ball movement against the press by the Pintos as they broke the press. They got it underneath, and they got the ball underneath to Jackie Rivas. And then Rivas, she sees Julia Casey cutting to the basket, and Julia just grabs it and puts it in for 2, and she's fouled, and she completes the 3-point play. That personal foul.
Was some beautiful ball movement there. They just.
And the personal foul went to Michelle Macias. That is her second. It's the 8th team foul on Los Alamos. But right now it's a 21-12 ball game as they match their biggest lead. Abby Martinez on the dribble. And they're going to call a foul. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Foul on Nisa Chavez. There wasn't any contact at all. She picks up the personal. That's what I believe is the 12th team foul. 13th team foul, actually. And shooting 2 for Los Alamos will be Abigail Martinez. And we only have 2 field goals in the ball game right now. One from Abby, and then we had the one from Michelle.
Abigail made the first.
There she is. Yeah, puts in the first. So Abby ready. This one rolls around and comes off. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Sophia Maris. Quickly up the floor comes Anissa Chavez. Chavez will get it over to Juliana Young, and then coming right down the lane. Nobody cutting her off. And Sophia Maris, she just got the ball over on the left corner, and she just came right down the left side of the baseline and just laid it in. 10-point lead right now for Moriarty, biggest of the game right now. And Abby Martinez is going to go in, runs into some traffic, and just puts the ball up not even close. And so Anissa Chavez is pushed from behind in an inadvertent push. That was by Abby Martinez. And so Abby's going to pick up her second personal. That'll be the 9th team foul, I do believe, on the Hilltoppers. And if that is the case, that's going to put Anissa Chavez on the free throw line. And she'll shoot 1-1. Right now, she has 11 points in the ball game. Make it 12. And she'll shoot one more, so she has half the points for Moriarty at this point. It's the 24-13. And Moriarty takes this one, second one in by Anissa. She now has, 13 points in the ball game, makes it 25-13. That is now the biggest lead of the ball game. And the Hilltoppers, they're trying to get it underneath now to Caitlin Velarde, and it's knocked out of bounds by Moriarty. 3:40 to go, first quarter, first half. Hilltoppers with 2 field goals in this whole first half. They bounce it inside to Gigi Romero. Romero grabs it, tries to grabs it, spins around, a little push shot, and this one she'll go down. So she's fouled. That's the 14th team foul right now on Moriarty in this half, and that'll put Gigi Romero back on the free throw line.
That was a nice turnaround jump shot by her. Just didn't fall.
Yeah, it really was.
There, she's got that free throw.
So she puts in the first. Let's see, what has she got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have her for 5 points. Is that
6
what you
points
got? You have her for 6?
throws.
Okay. And Gigi's second
That
shot is
makes
good.
7. Boy, their defense is really shaking them up.
Oh, their defense has been fantastic. And so they bring it down the floor and they get it to Presley Edwards. Edwards' shot is off as she came right down the middle of the lane. Here come the Hilltoppers on the run. Quickly up to Caitlin Velarde, and then finally, but then they have to pull it back. Good transition defense that time by Pewaukee. And I'm surprised they didn't call Catherine Trujillo for a foul on the screen, because she made a pretty aggressive screen on the pick, but Catherine ends up going to the basket, and the personal foul goes to Juliana Young. And they say that's her third personal. I only had her for 2, but 25-15 right now.
Nice shot.
Finally at the free throw line, Catherine Trujillo puts it in. And that's it. We've been living on the free throw line, and that's it.
That's about it.
2 field goals. Unbelievable. And this one's going to be way short. Anissa Chavez with the rebound. 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Quickly up the floor. Pass picked off by Gigi Romero. Whoa.
Uh-oh. Whoa. That wasn't very subtle.
Not too subtle at all.
Gigi was just like, get out of my way.
Yeah, she just stuck that forearm out there, and
and she made it. She made the shot, but that forearm took it away.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. She cleared a path, that was for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moriarty brings it down the floor, and let's see, we're having some kind of conflict with the ref. Ball goes out of bounds as the ball got loose right smack under the basket, and so everybody going for it, and they gave it to Moriarty. Then the other ref comes in and says, nope. It actually goes to Los Alamos. 9-point lead for Moriarty. Their biggest lead has been 12 in this ball game. Carly Holland and trying to work against Miranda Quintana, cut off, and in the loose ball. So another great defensive stand by Moriarty as they come down the floor in a hurry. They try to get it underneath, knocked out of bounds by Gigi Romero. It's 2:31 to go here in the first half, 25-16. Moriarty up on Los Alamos. Right down the middle of the lane again. Right down the baseline again.
She stepped out?
I guess she must have stepped on the baseline, I guess. But 25 to 16, 2:20 to go.
That saved us a basket. She made that basket.
Gigi Romero once again using her body to clear the way. Moriarty not happy with that. 3-point shot up by Caitlin Velarde. That's going to go out of bounds. The rebound hits the side of the rim, heads over towards the sideline. Makes it 25-16. 2:09 remains here in the first half. And this has been mostly Moriarty. Get up to Presley Edwards, and then underneath, they get the ball. A nice move underneath, and getting her own rebound and putting it back in. Wow. How in the world did she do that?
That was impressive.
Boy, was that ever. She put the shot up, and she's like, I mean, she's not very, I don't have heights on these girls, but she's not very tall.
She's short.
But whoa, there's walking. Anyway, she got into the middle of traffic. I mean, she was surrounded by 3 white jerseys, all of them taller than her, and she was able to get that shot back up and in. So Miranda Quintana, great move that time by Miranda. And so it's 27 to 16 right now, back to an 11-point lead. Biggest lead has been 12. Pass up the floor.
Pressing again.
Comes to Presley Edwards. Whoa. And Edwards just takes it right to the line, and they're going to call her for a charge. Unbelievable. That's going to be Presley's third personal. And, well, they got a bunch of, they have piled up the fouls during the first half. 10 team fouls, well, over 10, but both teams in the bonus. Carly Holland gets a nice pass from Tara McDonald as Carly breaks down the right side of the baseline, and Carly puts it in for her first 2 points of the ball game and the third field goal for Los Alamos. Presley Edwards going up for the shot, and looked like Tara McDonald had blocked it, but they are going to call Caitlin Velarde.
Calling Velarde on that one.
10th team foul at the line with 2, Presley Edwards.
So Caitlin, that's the 11th team foul, and at the free throw line is going to be Presley Edwards. So Presley, who was only 2 points in the ball game, puts the first one in. She'll shoot one more. Makes it 28 to 18, 10-point lead. Second one by Presley is off. Rebound comes down to Moriarty, and then going right back up with it that time.
Boy, that 11, how is she doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
And Miranda Quintana, I mean, it's amazing.
Miranda Quintana, I'm sorry. Man alive, that girl is not big, and man, does she fight.
I mean, they're not, Moriarty, not a very tall team at all, but well, and so there's a steal.
Oh, boy.
Picking the pocket and taking it right down to score. Anissa Chavez, boy, I mean, the steal as clean as you can do it. And that makes it a 12-point lead again, 30 to 18 with 40 seconds to go.
She didn't even see her.
Bring it over to Carly Holland. Holland puts up the 3-point shot. This is off. Rebound down to Anissa Chavez. Chavez has the ball stolen away by Abby Martinez. Abby's on the floor, and let's see. Yeah, and so before she was laying on the floor with the ball, before Moriarty could get to her, Ray Romero jumps up and calls a timeout. So most likely a 30. Let's see. Well, yeah, it is a 30.
That was a nice defensive play by Abigail Martinez.
They've been absolutely amazing. I mean, that steal by that last time by Anissa, she anticipated that perfectly. And when the pass came, she just picked it off and took off down the floor. And right now, Anissa Chavez, I have her for 15 points. And once again, she still has half the points for Moriarty. Moriarty leads by 12. That's the biggest lead of the ball game. They've matched that 2 or 3 times. And so the Hilltoppers, with 23 seconds to go in the first half, will inbound it. Having a lot of trouble getting it in, but they finally do get it into Caitlin Velarde. And Velarde coming down the right side of the lane. the free throw line, gets the pass and puts it in. Miranda Quintana gets into trouble, able to get it out to Anissa Chavez. 6 seconds on the clock, and Nisa, I don't know if she knows that, but she's going to try to take it to the hole, and she's fouled. Whoa, with 1.3 seconds remaining. So Carly Holland picks up, they say it's her first. I already have her for one. But anyway, and at the free throw line is Anissa Chavez. And she'll shoot 2. Puts in the first. Misses the second. Sarah McDonald with the rebound. And that brings this half to a close.
Well, that's the end of the half now. And yeah, with this defense is really shaking up Los Alamos. They're trying to get something going, and every time they turn around, somebody's tipping the ball or.
Yeah, it's been amazing. They Hilltoppers at 6. It was 14-6 at the end of the third quarter, and then Moriarty outscored Los Alamos 17-14 in the second quarter, and so they now lead by 11. Their biggest lead in the ballgame has been 12, but they've just had the defense has just been outstanding. The Hilltoppers just haven't been able to do anything against them. The Hilltoppers usually move the ball very well and get open shots. They're not getting any of those. Moriarty they're just on top of somebody constantly. So anyway, see if I could get John here to turn this up a little bit. So 31-20 is the score after one half of play, and so they talked. I'm going to get John's attention here. So talk, Debbie.
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, well, we're all set here. So right now it's 31-20 ball game as the Hilltoppers down by 11 after one half of play, and it's pretty much been all Moriarty. The Hilltoppers only coming up with 3 field goals in that first half of play, and no 3-pointers. There's only been 1 3-pointer in the ball game. That was by Anissa Chavez, who shot from the right wing. Shot looked like it was off, but it slammed into the backboard and went in. So but the Hilltoppers, Moriarty really piling up the fouls. I mean, they got Presley Edwards with 3, Juliana Young with 3, Sophie Morris with 2, Miranda Quintana with 2, Leslie Marino with 2. The Hilltoppers, they've spread it around a little bit. Abigail Martinez, Michelle Macias, Caitlin Velarde, and Tara McDonald, each with 2. So the Hilltoppers not in any trouble right now, foul trouble, but boy, their offense they haven't generated any offense whatsoever. And been a very, very aggressive defense for Moriarty. And as the Hilltoppers, they've sent the Hilltoppers to the line a lot. And the Hilltoppers really haven't done a very good job of converting. So let me see what I've got here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 for 11 from the free throw line for Los Alamos. So they actually shot pretty well. So let's see, did that add up? That's not quite, but that's all right. Anyway,
I've got them for 12 free throws.
12 free throws? Yeah, it must be 10-12. That would add up.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 field goals So in the first half, they end up with 3 field goals and no 3-pointers, and they end up with the free throw line with 14 out of 22 from the free throw line.
They actually got 4 field goals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did get another field goal.
Yeah, the rest 4 field goals and the rest free throws.
Yes, you are right. 4 field goals, right? So, anyway,
Moriarty defense is the key in this game. They are really giving our girls fits. They get the ball and they are double teamed and triple teamed. When they try to rebound, the ball gets tipped. They're just they're trying to play their game, and these girls are all over them, and they're just getting in the way every time they turn around.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. I mean, they just and they're not like swarming the ball or anything. They're just really kind of ball hawking, but they've been very alert, and they come out and they just set up that defense, and then whoever they're covering, they cover them very, very close, and they're giving. And then if they do pass the ball in, somebody get the ball into the basket, somebody like Tara McDonald or something, she's immediately double teamed, and then they just seem to be able to whack that ball out of their hands. And so a couple of steals by Anissa Chavez, and then they just have played an outstanding defense. They just have shut down the Los Alamos offense almost completely. And so
we sure have. Hopefully the coach is in there giving them some good tippers, some good heads up ideas for how they can get that ball moving in the second half.
Yeah, that's for sure. So anyway, the Moriarty coming up with let me see, what have I got? I got 12 field goals and 1 3-pointer. And what do I got for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
In the toppers, they pressed a couple 3 times, and it was pretty effective.
Yes, they have.
They might try that some more.
Yes. Yeah, they might there. So the Hilltoppers only scoring. Let's see, Moriarty coming up with 17 points in that the second quarter. Los Alamos coming up with 14 and leading the way for the Hilltoppers, or for the Pintos right now. Anissa Chavez, she had 9 points in the first quarter, and she picked up another 5, another 7 actually. So she has 16 points in the ball game right now. And then she's followed by Miranda Quintana, I do believe. Miranda has only 4, so the rest of the players for Moriarty not really being that productive, but they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls in the scoring column. So that's made a big difference as we come down to 3 minutes to go left in this intermission. This is Gene Mortensen with Debbie Katko, and bringing you this ball game from the Los Alamos Daily Post. And this is the 5th game in 6 days that the Daily Post has covered Los Alamos High School basketball. We started off with the boys on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We covered the boys, and the boys had an outstanding week because they played great basketball all week long, went all the way through the tournament up to Taos, and only lost to Taos at the end of the ball game. They only lost by 4 to Taos in Taos, which is a tough place to win it anyway. And of course, the star of the Taos Damon Ely, and he had quite a night against Los Alamos. And so, anyway, it's 31-20, and the Moriarty has been up by 12 2 or 3 times here in that second quarter. So they're dominating this ball game on both sides, offense and defense. The Hilltoppers are just back on their heels, and that's just flat all there is to it. They haven't been able to generate any offense whatsoever. And people like Carly Holland, she's hardly been open all night long. Every time she gets the ball, she got somebody on her. She likes to shoot a three. She did shoot 2 threes. The first one, she had an open shot. The second one, it was open. She just maybe out of frustration, she just shot the ball, and she was off balance and she wasn't squared up anything. She really wasn't in position to shoot the three, but she shot it anyway. And Gigi Romero, who usually is very productive and everything, Gigi has no field goal. She had 1 field goal, but just before she put the shot up, I mean, she gave a forearm to one of the Pintos, the girl Lady Pintos, and boy, there wasn't any question about it. Well, she just put that forearm out there and sent the Pinto girl flying. And then she made the basket, but
She may have gotten away with it if there had been some more people around, but there was nobody.
yeah.
There was no missing it because they were all alone over there in the corner.
Yes, they were. So we're counting down and we're about ready to start the second half of play here at Griffith Gymnasium with the Pintos leading 31-20.
Put a shout out to Larry and Russ, my partners in fun when we were growing up.
Yes.
They're out there in the trenches listening. We've also got the little ones out there, Dean and Kent and Tammy. They had fun with us too.
Yes, they really did. Quite a group.
We are quite a group.
Yes. And so
and Aunt Mary's out there, the lovely Aunt Mary in Texas, and our beautiful Aunt Bobby in Albuquerque.
yes, all tuning in to Hilltopper basketball. Moriarty will start things off. They get it to Anissa Chavez. She gets double teamed. Hilltoppers now where they decided to come up with a trapping defense. And it's successful as they're trying to go down the baseline with Presley Edwards, and she has the ball knocked out of her hands off of her, and so it makes it 31-20.
Textbook trap there.
So the Hilltoppers get it to Gigi Romero over to Carly Holland. Holland going to pull up and then bring it over now to Abby Martinez. Martinez out on top to Carly Holland. So, and now Sophia Trujillo, 3-point shot from the left wing.
That's the way to start off the half.
Well, they moved the ball very well. They had open shots. Carly could have taken a three if she had wanted to. Sophia Trujillo gets open on the left wing and cans a 3-pointer, makes this an 8-point ball game. And now
Nice
Moriarty.
job.
Yes, Juliana Young just walking it up the floor. She's going to get it over to Presley Edwards and bounce it out inside, trying to go in once again and trying to go through a double team as the Hilltoppers are starting to double and triple team the ball, and she just loses the ball out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers will get it into Carly Holland, who'll bring it up for Los Alamos. She's now at the point. Tara McDonald out of it. Carly Holland makes a really nice move, starts to go up, can't go up, gets it to Abby Martinez. Tara McDonald with the rebound on the missed shot. Her putback is off. Anissa Chavez comes roaring down the floor, puts up that little 15-foot jump shot, but this one is off. But the rebound right there underneath Anissa Chavez to get her own rebound. No, that was Juliana Young gets the rebound, and her shot is blocked by Tara McDonald.
Beautiful block.
Yes. Anissa Chavez. Whoa.
There we go. Tara's in it.
Yeah, it's Tara McDonald. They were trying to get it into Presley Edwards, but right there was Tara to just go high in the air and knock that out of bounds. They bring it over into the corner, and then coming down the baseline, shots off. It's way out. Gigi Romero, Hilltoppers on the run. Gigi, I think she's going to take it all the way. No, she decided not to. She gets double teamed, and then we have a reach-in foul is going to go to one of the Pintos, and that one is going to go to Miranda Quintana, and that's going to be her third. Geez. Well, I already had her for 2.
Nice.
So they bounce it into Gigi on the right of on the right lane, and the ball now is going to be picked off by Abby Martinez as just a lazy bounce that time as Juliana Young tried to get it over to Sophia Mares, and she just made just a really lazy pass. And
now the Toppers are giving them some trouble with their defense.
Yes, they certainly are. It's right now. So it's 31-25. The Hilltoppers are turning this whole thing around it's like they decided they watched Moriarty in the first half. They decided to do the same thing Moriarty was doing to them. Carly Holland goes behind her back, picks up her dribble. Over now to Sophia Trujillo. Sophia going right down Broadway, puts it up. Tara McDonald with the rebound. Her putback is off. Ball is going to come down to Presley Edwards. Edwards coming down the right side. Dishes it off over into the right corner. Back. Now Edwards with a 3-point shot. That's off. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Moriarty. They get it back to Presley. And now Miranda Quintana. Quintana inside and underneath. And missing an easy shot with Presley Edwards. So they did a great ball movement that time by the Pintos. But Presley Edwards not able to complete it. 31-25, 6-point ball game. Wide open. And just setting a little screen for a different player and then cutting to the basket. And Carly Holland just holding the ball out there. And then Tara to set a screen for a different player and then cut to the basket right down the middle of the lane. A beautiful pass. And Tara picks up her 3rd point in the ball game.
That was a beautiful play. They did that perfectly.
Yeah, they really did. Tara couldn't have been any more wide open. And now we're going to have a held ball, and this one will go to, I believe, to Moriarty, I do believe. We're going to have a full timeout taken. Let's see who's going to grab it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Moriarty. So
we're looking at a whole new different team now this half.
So I'm not sure who took that timeout, but anyway, I'm pretty sure it was Moriarty. They took a full timeout, so we'll say it was the Pintos. But right now, Los Alamos has 3 timeouts. I do believe they have a 30 and 2 full. And Moriarty right now has 4 timeouts, and they should have 2 30s and 2 full. So no problem with the timeout situation. But the Hilltoppers, Debbie, who were down by 12 a number of times in the second quarter, and then ended up with an 11-point lead. Moriarty with the 11-point lead. And so all of a sudden, it's a 4-point ball game as Moriarty has Moriarty has not scored in this half. We've got almost 4 minutes gone. We have 3.5 minutes gone into the second half, and Moriarty has not scored.
Yeah, the Toppers have just come out with their guns blazing. They look relaxed. They look ready.
Yeah, they really do. Denisa Chavez going in, puts a shot up, but the Presley Edwards right there to pull down the rebound and get it in and make it 33-27. Carly Holland dribbles to the wing, and Tara McDonald cutting to the basket again. Same thing. Tara lays it in again. That makes it 33-29. In the corner, it goes to Miranda Quintana. Quintana double teamed, has the ball just ripped out of her hands by Caitlin Velarde. And so we're going to have a personal foul, and this one is going to go to, looks like Juliana Young. That's exactly right. So Juliana Young, that's her 4th personal. So she'll leave the ball game. She'll be replaced by Jada Naya. But Hilltoppers, they got the girl in the double team, and Sophia, and then Caitlin Velarde just ripped it out of her hands.
Just said, "I'll take that from you."
Yes. Oh, and Carly Holland.
Beautiful shot.
Nice move down the right side of the not the lane, but just it was probably about 15, 16 feet out coming down that lane on the lane area and just put it in. And now the Hilltoppers on the other end forced a timeout as the Moriarty was over on the baseline. I mean, on the sideline. The Hilltoppers double teamed them, and they stepped on the sideline.
Another forced turnover.
Yes, 2-point ball game right now. Comes to Gigi Romero. Romero gets it to Caitlin Velarde. 15-footer by Caitlin. Wow. Nice shot by Caitlin Velarde. Boy, that was pretty. 33 all. So it went from 31-20. So Presley Edwards taking it to the hole, loses the handle. And so right now we've got the reverse of the first half. Moriarty completely discombobulated and out of sync. Hilltopper settling in every aspect, offense and defense. Something they didn't do in the first half, and that's something that Moriarty definitely did. So Carly Holland, beautiful move, goes behind her back, puts the shot up. Tara McDonald going for the rebound. She hits the floor, and we'll see what they're going to call here. I think they're going to call Tara McDonald for the foul. Unbelievable.
She was fighting. Good for her.
That's her third team foul, and that's third one on Tara. First team foul. No press being put on by Los Alamos. It's a 33-33 ball game as the Hilltoppers just immediately wipe an 11-point lead off of the scoreboard for Moriarty. In a lot of trouble again, but they do get the ball in the middle of the lane battle, and Anissa Chavez underneath. Boy, and she's a scrapper. And Anissa Chavez comes down with a rebound, so she's going to try to go up. She's fouled. Personal foul will go to Michelle Macias. That is Michelle's third personal.
It looked like that girl was going to take it right down the baseline, but they cut her off.
Yes, they did.
So good. Kudos.
Yeah, good defense here by the Hilltoppers. I mean, they just didn't have much of a defense in the first half, but boy, they've come out with, I mean, completely new team. Anissa Chavez misses the first and puts in the second. I have her now for 17 points and 34-33. Carly Holland goes over under the right wing. They get it now to Michelle Macias cutting down the lane. She's checked in for Tara McDonald. So she did the same thing now that Tara's been doing. They actually line up in the free throw circle or out near the three-point line and then set a screen and then roll off of the screen, and then they've been open. So Michelle Macias and Carly Holland has been the one that's been there to hit them as they go. And Michelle Macias misses the first.
Yeah, Holland's made some beautiful passes.
Yeah, she really is. Carly's had one assist after another here, and so Michelle drops that one in. And they're tied once again, 34-34. So they get it to Anissa Chavez and let Anissa bring it across the timeline. She brings it over now to Jada Naya. And Naya almost loses the ball out of bounds. Finally is able to get it back in, gets it to Miranda Quintana. They bounce it underneath. And we're going to have a traveling violation called against the Pintos.
That's like you say, it's in the reverse. And they've got the Toppers have really shaken up Moriarty this half.
Oh, they really have. Moriarty just done. I mean, Moriarty just who was playing with all kinds of confidence as the Hilltoppers throw the ball out of bounds, but Moriarty playing with all kinds of confidence in offense and defense in that first half. And they're pretty hesitant now here in the second half. And the Topper defense has been outstanding against them at this point. They've only scored 3 points in this quarter. And it's Abby Martinez going to come in with the left hand, puts it up and in. Abby Martinez with the steal and the basket.
And took it down and made it.
She did. And so on the other end, Moriarty putting the shot up in a hurry. Abby Martinez gets the rebound. And so right now pressed by Moriarty, they quickly pull it off. Carly Holland will walk it up with 50 seconds to go, and the Hilltoppers up by 2 as Moriarty has only scored 4 points in this third quarter.
That's
Carly
amazing.
on the dribble. Whoa,
Wow.
great. Wow, what a move.
Oh my gosh. She saw that. She saw that opening and she took it. She just went right through, right down the lane and laid it up.
Yeah, she really did. I mean, it was really pretty. Ball on the floor. Carly Holland gets it. Oh, and they're going to call her for traveling. That's baloney. She was laying on the floor. She didn't move. You have to be called for traveling. You got to move. She didn't move. All she did was she had the ball, and so she just flipped the ball up the court, and she got it up to Gigi Romero with the skip pass across. Easily almost picked off by Abigail Martinez. It gets away from her, picked up by Michelle Macias. We have 15 seconds to go. Hilltoppers up by 4. And now Carly Holland standing in the half-court circle, just on the dribble. 7 seconds to go with Carly. Carly going to pull up and gets it now over to Caitlin Velarde. 3-point shot by Caitlin is off. Michelle Macias with the rebound, goes back up. She's fouled, but they're not going to call it.
She was fouled.
38-34 as the Hilltoppers came up with 18 points in that quarter.
That was a quarter.
Yes, and Moriarty came up with 3. So it's 38-34. 3 points for Moriarty in that quarter and 18 for the Hilltoppers. So, I mean,
that was an impressive showing by the Hilltoppers that quarter.
Oh, it certainly was. I mean, they came back out and you know, like Debbie said, when they went in, you know, they needed the coach needed to give them a good talking to and to figure this thing out and get them settled down and start playing some offense and some defense. And boy, they've come out the second half and done exactly that. And Moriarty, who was just, making baskets easily and getting open shots, and they just aren't getting anything anymore. And they only had, let's see, they had, they came up with three points in the quarter, and those Nisa Chavez had all 3 of them. It's a 38-34. So the Hilltoppers now will inbound it. And they lead by 4 after trailing by 11 at the end of the first half. So we're in the fourth quarter here. The ball almost picked off. Pass from Carly Holland over to Gigi Romero, but right there was Julia Casey. She grabbed the ball, but she couldn't hang on. Now here comes to Caitlin Velarde over to Gigi Romero. Romero to Abby Martinez. She wanted to shoot the 3, and then Nisa Chavez says, no, nothing doing. Oh, double dribble. Well, Carly started to make a move. She was on the right to the key. She decided to go to the left, and the ball slipped out of her hands. So she grabbed it with both hands and then continued on her way, which of course she can't do. Ball is knocked loose. Comes to Michelle Macias up the floor. Abby Martinez is going to take it in, puts it up. Her shot is off. Rebound comes down to Moriarty, Sophia Mares. The ball is, and so the Hilltoppers, we're going to have Abby Martinez for a reach-in foul. That's going to be her third. That is the third team foul. It'll be inbounded in the backcourt. And they'll give the ball to Anissa Chavez, and right now, it's a 4-point ball game. We have 1 minute gone in the fourth quarter. Ball game being brought to you by the Daily Post. And here we're going to have Michelle Macias bumping Anissa Chavez. That's going to be her 4th. So that's the 4th. And so Tara McDonald back into the ball game for Michelle. And it's a common foul. That was only the 4th on Los Alamos. So it'll be inbounded by Moriarty on the sideline. Anissa Chavez tries to get it underneath, knocked away by Tara McDonald. And they're gonna call a foul. Let's see who they call it on. They're gonna call it on. Looks like it's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go to Miranda Quintana. They say that's her third. I already have her for 3, so I won't bother to mark that down. And the Abby Sophia Trujillo across the timeline. 6:40 to go here in regulation.
Oh,
cutting to
nice.
the basket. Whoa! And Gigi Romero. I mean, she had an open shot, a pass, open run to the basket, and they got it into her, and so looked like it was going to be a uncontested layup, but boy, it's a last second. Miranda Quintana, she just came over and laid her out. Just a nice little body block.
Yeah, Gigi made a beautiful move, and they hit her, and then that Moriarty girl put the kibosh on it pretty hard.
Boy, did she ever. So Miranda Quintana, who had picked up her 4th personal, and that is the 5th team foul. And so at the line, Gigi Romero makes the first and misses the second. But Carly Holland gets the rebound. Her putback is off. So Gigi Romero going up in 1 for 2, and long pass up the pass by Anissa Chavez all the way down to the baseline, and it was a high pass, and everybody went for it, but it went off the hands of one of the Hilltoppers. They bring it underneath. They're going to get it, and they do get it to. Well, let's see. So they do a good job, great job of ball movement. As they passed around, as they inbounded the pass, and then they passed it around about 3 or 4 passes. Finally got it to Anissa Chavez under the basket. Anissa puts it in for 2, and then she completes the 3-point play. So back to a 2-point ball game, 39-37.
Yeah, these last. The Toppers have kind of tightened back up a bit. They need to relax again.
Yes, we're back to Toppers are almost back to the first half again. Tara McDonald's going to take it in, put it up. Gigi Romero gets the rebound, puts it back up with the left hand. Tara McDonald gets the rebound, and her putback is up. And Tara right now with 7 points in the ball game. The Hilltoppers go back up by 4.
Good work by Tara. Beautiful rebound.
Yes, absolutely. So both of these teams right now are actually playing pretty well. So they've worked out all the bugs. Nice little turnaround shot by this time by Sophia Montes. Boy, that was pretty. She just kind of came around and spun around, and then a little push shot, not up and in. Hilltoppers, Tara McDonald had set a screen. She was open momentarily. Sophia Trujillo gets it into Tara. Tara can't hang on, and going to be a Pinto ball. They're down by 2, 41-39. Checking back in is Juliana Young for Moriarty. She has 4 personal fouls right now, and we've got 5:10 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we have ourselves a game. Like you say, both teams are playing very well.
Yeah, they really are. And backing in, Presley Edwards. And then Presley just puts it high off the glass, and she spun around and just high off the glass and in, 41-41. Hilltoppers with it. And so we have a timeout taken by Ray Romero with 4:46 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And it's a 41-41 ball game. Interestingly enough, the Hilltoppers so far in this 4th quarter have scored 3, and Moriarty has scored 7. So the Hilltoppers came out in the 3rd quarter and completely turned things around. The first half was all Moriarty offense and defense. And the Hilltoppers came out in the 3rd quarter and just completely switched it. And it became all Los Alamos. But now, like Debbie says, both teams are playing very well, offense and defense. So, as Debbie says, we have a game. We certainly do.
Yeah, they both have settled down. They're playing very relaxed. Both ends, both teams.
Yeah, they really are. 41-41. And so it will be.
The Topper cheerleaders.
Let's see, so it'll be inbounded by Los Alamos after Ray Romero called the timeout. Ray only has 2 timeouts left.
I need to do a shout out to my Mike out there.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike and
Mike.
His new book, Big Medicine, Pretty Water. Good book.
Indeed.
So now Carly Holland standing in the half-court circle gets a screen from Gigi Romero. Gigi rolls off, but good switching on defense there by the Pintos. They bring it out to Gigi Romero, over now to Abby Martinez. Martinez is going to go in, puts it up with the left hand. Tara McDonald with the rebound. Her putback is off. Down the floor in a hurry comes Anissa Chavez.
Here come the Pintos.
Yes. Juliana Young playing with 4 personal fouls. Oh, yes.
How many is that? Tara McDonald.
Yeah, that's going to be her 4th.
Is that her 4th?
Yes.
That was a ticky-tack.
Yes, it was. Ticky-tack as they come. 41 all. Anissa Chavez coming down the baseline, and she gets her own rebound, which I can't believe. Hilltopper's on the run. Tara McDonald starts to go in, makes a nice, whoa!
Beautiful move.
Whoa, what a great move around the defender down there. Waiting for her down there was Juliana Young. Wow, what a great move by Tara McDonald around her. I mean, that was something else.
That was pretty.
Yeah, no, it didn't look like Tara had a whole lot to go. It looked like the defensive, like Juliana had perfect defense back there. And Tara just suddenly just blew by her. So the ball's on the floor, and it's going to be picked up by Sophia Trujillo. Hilltoppers up by 2, 3.5 minutes to go. District championship on the line here.
Pinto girl just momentarily, she didn't have any focus, and they got it.
Yes, and so Sophia Trujillo had nobody to throw it to. So Ray Romero takes he has 1 timeout left. So he jumped up and called timeout because Sophia was in a lot of trouble. She didn't have anybody to pass to. She was double teamed and then almost triple teamed. And so then but the Hilltoppers will inbound it with it's 40. What are you saying? No, it's a timeout clock. Now, Debbie said, why are they running the clock?
What?
Let's go ahead and run this clock down a little ways. That's the time. They use the scoreboard of the clock as the timeout clock. So, anyway, full timeout taken that time by Ray Romero. He has 1 left. I don't know if it's a 30 or full, and Moriarty sitting with 4 timeouts. So Jana Baguska has 4 timeouts. Ray has 1. Hilltoppers up by 2, 43-41 over a very scrappy Moriarty team. A team that Los Alamos dominated twice during the season. But boy, it's been a much different ball game right now. Gigi Romero is going to go in, puts it up. This is off. Rebound comes down to Presley Edwards of Moriarty. Presley bringing it up herself. She's going to bring it over to Anissa Chavez. I thought Anissa was going to fire the 3. She brings it back out on top to Juliana Young. Young will bounce it over to Presley. Edwards will get it to Anissa Chavez. They'll bring it out to Juliana. Young will back out near the half-court circle. Over to Anissa. Once again, skip pass across. And Juliana Young going to put up a little 15-footer. Terrell McDonald with a rebound. She was immediately double teamed. Quick outlet over to Abby Martinez. Good smart play that time by Tara to get out of trouble. The Hilltoppers now with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and they have a 2-point lead. Let's see what Ray Romero wants to do. Carly and
Oh my gosh. They're saying she stepped out?
yeah, I think they're saying she dribbled out, I think. He was going down the baseline going down the sideline right in front of the Topper bench, and they blew the whistle and they indicated that she had dribbled. And so I think
that's unfortunate.
Yes. Lisa Chavez 3-point shot. That's up. Tara McDonald with the rebound, and a great block that time as the rebound came down to Sofia Mares, and as she started to go back up, right there was Abby Martinez for a beautiful block, but then they call a held ball, so that now makes it. Ball comes inside, and an easy shot missed this time as Sofia Mares got open and she shot over Gigi Romero. No call. There was no call, but the personal foul is going to go. Now is going to go to Presley Edwards. That well, I have her for 4 already. They only have her for 4. Period.
Wait, we're lucky they're missing those shots as they are being very, very patient, and those shots just aren't falling for them.
Yes, exactly right. Minute and a half to go. 2-point lead for Los Alamos. Hilltoppers now in a motion offense, and ball stolen away by Presley Edwards. And Edwards up and in, and we have a tie score. So Los Alamos just trying to bounce it around. It looked like they were going to try to eat some clock.
They're putting on the press.
Yes, and so they tried to eat some clock, and so they were just passing it around, and Carly Holland almost steps out of bounds again. Carly coming down the lane on the right side, and she got the ball at half court.
Wow.
3-point shot on the way. This is off. Rebound comes down to Sofia Mares, and Mares puts it in for 2. And so Carly Holland, after taking it to the hole, nice move to the basket, and then quickly down the floor come the Pintos. They take a 3-point shot. The rebound comes down to this time to Sofia Mares, and Mares puts it back in, and we're back to a 45-45 ball game. And they're using the timeout clock, but we're close to about 1 minute to go as the Hilltoppers had that 2-point lead, and they decided to try to go into a kind of a motion offense, and they were being very lazy about their passes and not watching their passes at all. And Anissa Chavez, let's see, she just grabbed it and took off. Let's see, that was Sofia Mares. I do believe it's grabbed it and took, no, Presley Edwards, who stole it away. And so Presley down the floor makes it 45-45. 53 seconds remain here in this ball game. Unbelievable. District championship on the line. The Hilltoppers are already in the state tournament. If Moriarty wins this ball game, then they also get an automatic bid. Hilltoppers get it now over to Gigi Romero, out to Sofia Trujillo. Come down to 35 seconds to go. Sofia gets a screen, goes behind her back. She's going to be fouled. And that personal foul will go to Sofia Mares. That might be the 7th team foul. It is. And that's going to put Sofia on the free throw line to shoot 1-1 with 31 seconds remaining.
Now that was a nice series because they were being very patient.
Yeah, they really were.
Waiting
and they weren't
for the right shot.
Yeah, they weren't forcing anything. Sofia Trujillo puts in the first.
Makes it.
Makes it 46-45. She needs this free throw. And Sofia puts in the second, and this is good.
Defense.
2 clutch free throws with 25 seconds to go. And Issa Chavez with a timeout. Moriarty. 2-point lead for Los Alamos, 47-45. The Pintos led 14-6 at the end of the first quarter. led 31-20 at the end of the half. They had a 12-point lead 2 or 3 times in that second quarter. Hilltoppers poured it on in the third quarter, outscored them 18-3 to take a 4-point lead. And so right now it's 47-45 as the Hilltoppers have come up with 9 points in this quarter, and the Pintos have come up with 11. So it's quite a battle here. Quarter number 4. This ball game is brought to you by the Los Alamos Daily Post. This is our 5th game in 6 days that the Daily Post has brought you Los Alamos High School basketball. And this is for all the marbles right now. The winner of this, the Hilltoppers are already in the state tournament. They won the district regular season. If Moriarty, well, I'm sure Moriarty's going to the state tournament anyway. But if Moriarty was to pull this one out, then they would also get an automatic bid into the state tournament. So a lot on the line here in this final 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
Inside it comes. Get it to Juliana Young. Young near the half-court circle, picks up her dribble. Brings it over to Miranda Quintana. Quintana. Get it back to Juliana. Back to Quintana. Quintana. Right down Broadway goes Miranda Quintana. And kind of a timeout with 6.8 seconds to go. And Miranda Quintana cans this one and drops it in for 2. So that makes it a 47-47 ball game. 6.8 seconds remaining here in regulation. So
that was a pretty play by them.
Yeah, it really was.
And we were doing some good defense too.
Yeah, we did. We were doing a good job of keeping them out, but they got a Miranda open, and she came down right down the lane, crossed the free throw line, and got into about 10 feet, just bounced it off the glass and in. So a nice move that time by Miranda, and so it's a 47-47 ball game. And we are very, very close right now to overtime. 6.8 seconds.
Well, I'm glad it's this way and not the other way.
Yes, exactly.
I'm glad we have the ball.
Yes. Yeah. 6.8 seconds is pretty tough, and the Hilltoppers have to go the length of the floor.
Let's see if we can.
So Moriarty, the last thing they want to do is foul. And so they'll come up with a full court press. Well, actually, right now they're going to play like a girl-to-girl defense. Sophia Trujillo going to cross the timeline, and her shot is blocked. I don't know why they had Sophia. They should have given it to somebody like Jordan, like Gigi. Gigi, she could shoot it from half court.
But barely made it over the half court line.
She dribbled up to half court, and then there was no time left on the clock, so she was going to give it the old heave, but Sofia Mares said nothing to it and blocked it. So now that's it. 4-minute overtime coming up here. Crazy, crazy ball game. As I say, I never could figure out why Moriarty was hanging in the way they did, but the rest of the district, they weren't having any trouble with anybody else in the district. But Los Alamos was just killing them. 64-28, 64-32. But, boy, this Moriarty team tonight has come to play, and they've done a really good job against the Hilltoppers.
Well, they're a good team.
Yeah, they are.
I'll tell you what, that, what's her name? Anissa Chavez, my goodness.
Yeah, she's really good. I mean, she's very, very talented young lady.
Smart. She is
a
smart player.
So
she doesn't get rattled.
So we'll have Tara McDonald jump up against Sophia Mares, Tara with a distinct height advantage. And so Tara trying to get it over to Abby Martinez, and Moriarty comes up with the loose ball, so they start the half, and then they lose the ball out of bounds on the baseline.
There's another good shot. They didn't fall.
Yes. 47-47. Pass comes now to Tara McDonald. McDonald will hand it to Carly Holland. Holland coming around the left side of the lane, hits the floor, and a personal foul will go to Juliana Young, and that'll be her 15 foul. So Juliana will check out of the ball game. Juliana hasn't scored, but she played a great floor game. And now Carly Holland at the free throw line for Los Alamos. She'll shoot. She's going to shoot 1-and-1 or 2. She's going to shoot 1-and-1. And I think we had a lane violation. But as Gigi Romero looked like Gigi Romero moved in the lane, but they didn't call out. Gigi got the rebound, and she puts it back up. It's off Anissa Chavez. Now pass underneath to a wide open Presley Edwards. And boy, at the last second. Somehow Gigi Romero got a hand in there.
I tell you, Gigi saved that one.
Yes, she did.
They had two under there that were all they had to do was lay it up.
That's exactly right. No problem whatsoever.
She saved that play.
Carly's going to get it over now to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo puts a shot up, loose ball chased down by Abby Martinez. Out on top to Carly Holland. Holland on the dribble, gets a screen from Tara, can't do anything with it. And so now brings it over to Sophia Trujillo. Trujillo will bring it over to
whoa! Nice.
So Abby Martinez. Abby just kind of took it to the basket.
She saw that. She said, I'm taking it.
Yeah, and everybody let her.
They did.
Skip pass comes across to Anissa Chavez. Chavez goes up. Nice move by Anissa. A little scoop shot is off. Tara McDonald. Long pass down the floor to Gigi Romero. Gigi. Thought that she was going to be fouled by Jada Naya. Naya pulls back at the last second, and Gigi lays it in. So the Hilltoppers had a 2-on-1 fast break, and Gigi took it to the hole. 4-point lead for Los Alamos now with 2:15 to go. Each team gets one new timeout. In the
Los Alamos is. I'm going to hand it to them. Boy, they're playing really relaxed, patient.
Yes, they really are. They're not panicking in any way and not forcing anything.
Not forcing anything at all.
No, they've done a really, really good job of, like Debbie says, like staying patient and moving the ball and getting the open shot. But after that last rebound on the other end by Moriarty, Hilltoppers took off. They had a 2-on-1 fast break. They got it up to Gigi, and Gigi just took it all the way in for the score. Makes it 51-47, 4-point ball game with, and we got 2:15 remaining here in overtime number 1. This has been a whale of a ball game. I didn't know what to expect after the first 2 ball games, but the thing I was confused about, the anomaly was that we were clobbering them every time we played them, but then they were going into the district and having no trouble with the rest of the district teams. They showed today they're a very good young talented. They're a very talented team. A lot of sophomores on this team. So
really? They're a young team. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, they have 5 sophomores coming
wow.
down. Well, they're trying to pull that old thing and jump up and call a timeout. And Ray Romero has no timeouts. In fact, if he does call a timeout, if he calls a timeout, that's a technical foul. He can't do that. He used all his timeouts, and then he got one for the
we have no timeout
overtime. Yeah, no more. He called the timeout. If he called a timeout, that he'd give it to her, that would be a technical. So now Sophia Trujillo trying to dribble around Sophia Mares, and she's leveled. So let's see. That is the ninth team foul on Milwaukee. So that's going to put Sophia at the free throw line, right now up by 4. She was up there just moments ago, and she canned both of them.
So minute 36 left in this.
Yeah, minute 36. Yes. And so Sophia puts in the first.
Makes the first. We're up by 5.
Yes.
Fast math on my part there. Got to count.
Yeah, get out those fingers.
Yep, that's the way I do it.
Misses the second shot. Presley Edwards with the rebound. Presley, they get it over in the corner. 3-point shot. This is off. Rebound comes down to the Pintos and then stolen away by Tara McDonald. McDonald gets it up to Carly Holland and Ray Romero hollering at Harley to slow it up. So the Hilltoppers now will go into that motion offense and just do almost a weave type of thing, but it's not really a weave. Anissa Chavez tries to foul that time, but they don't give her the foul. Or maybe they do. Well, they're going to call Lily Chavez for the personal.
That's
going to put Abby Martinez on the free throw line to shoot 2 because he said that's the 10th team foul.
She makes it.
Yeah, so Abby puts Seston away. And so Moriarty has not scored here in the overtime. And so Abby puts in the second. So 7-point lead at this point is going to be mighty tough for the Pintos to come back from this. But we do have a foul called against the Hilltoppers. We have a timeout taken by Moriarty. They'll take a full timeout, but I do believe we have a foul.
A full timeout taken.
Well, I guess not. I guess they just called timeout.
They have one timeout.
Well, like I said before, we're fortunate that for us that those shots for them weren't falling.
Yes. Oh, yes. They got some good open shots. They did a good job.
They had some great shots that just didn't go down.
Yes. So they came out and played a great fourth quarter. Both teams did, and so it was after a dominant Moriarty first half and a dominant Los Alamos third quarter, and then a well-played fourth quarter by both teams. Now the Hilltoppers pretty well taken over here in overtime, but Moriarty still playing really good basketball. So
yeah, they're impressive, and they aren't. They're not getting rattled.
No, they're not.
They're sticking with it.
54-47, and right now we have 53.6 seconds remaining, and Moriarty will inbound it under their own basket. And they will hand the ball to Sofia Mares. Mares over to Anissa Chavez. I would think they want to get Anissa open for 3 if they could. So a little 2-point shot. This is going to be off by Lily Chavez. Chavez gets it back. Lily comes down, just fires the shot up over, and she gets the foul.
Now, that wasn't such a great shot.
No, Tara McDonald picks
but
up
she did get fouled.
Yeah, 5th personal foul. We think that Tara was right there, but there wasn't any contact of any kind. Michelle Macias will come in for Tara, but and so Michelle will take the place down in the low post, and so Lily Chavez at the free throw line puts in the first.
We got 39 seconds left in this overtime. 6-point lead.
Moriarty has only scored 1 point. And the shot is missed and ripping the ball out. Lily Chavez, she just rips the ball out of everybody's hands and then goes up with the shot. And so the Anissa Chavez will inbound it with 34.5 seconds to go. Presley Edwards gets it. Presley dribbled over toward the 3-point line. I think she wanted to shoot the three. Shoots, gets her own rebound, and puts it back in. And Presley drops that one in. Not taken by Los Alamos is up. It's a 4-point ball game. Anissa Chavez is going to take it all the way down. She's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. She's going to shoot 2, and she could cut this to a 2-point ball game.
She sure could.
Whoa. The Hilltoppers were up by 7 with under a minute to go, and it looked like this is all over. But right now, Anissa Chavez can go to the line, cut this to 2. So
yeah, they got their own rebound on that last.
Yes, they did.
Free throw attempt for Moriarty, and then the Toppers went down and weren't very patient.
No, they weren't. Anissa puts in the first. I'm telling you, now it's a 3-point ball game. And Anissa will shoot one more. So it's a 2-point ball game, and so now I imagine Janet Maskuskas will
2 points.
What a time. Well, I think she's gonna call a timeout. I'm surprised. I guess she's waiting to see if they're going to make a steal. But so I imagine right now that the strategy is going to be they're going to have to either try to get the steal, if not pick out somebody to foul. I'm not sure who you'd pick out there. The Hilltopper certainly wouldn't get to Sophia Trujillo or Gigi Romero or Carly Holland. Actually,
yeah, they've got a. That's a tough one for them because they've got some good free throw shooters out there.
Well, we have excellent 3-point shooters as demonstrated in the first half when we were 14 of 22.
Yep. They're going to have to foul, and we're going to have to can them.
Yes. Well, if they foul
hopefully,
right,
I mean, that's our hoping they don't steal the inbound pass.
Yeah, if they somehow steal the inbound, and the other thing is if they foul and we only make one of them, they still have a chance for a 3-point shot.
That's when you foul them.
Yes. So we're going to have a personal foul.
Wow.
Who's that going to go to?
It's like
oh my golly, Moses! Oh, Miranda Quintana, boy! Oh, geez, that is a wrong call.
They called it what?
That call should have been on Carly Holland. Carly Holland. I mean, Miranda Quintana, who just picked up her 5th foul, had a good shot at the ball. And she grabbed the ball, and then she was knocked down by Carly. And I can't believe it that they called that on Miranda. I mean, Carly Holland, they should have called it on Carly. But Carly at the free throw line with 10 seconds to go. So she'll shoot 2. No, she'll shoot 1. Yeah, she'll shoot 2. That makes it a 3-point ball game, 55-52. One more for Carly, and that will be the nail in the coffin. But Moriarty still has 1 timeout left. And so Carly, second shot. That's good. Long pass down the floor. Anissa Chavez can put up the 3. And a timeout called by Moriarty right away. So
Was that timeout before the shot?
Yes, yeah, she must have called it when they were coming down the floor because only a couple of seconds went off the clock. 8.4 seconds, 56 to 52. The Hilltoppers up by 4. But I'm telling you, that Miranda Quintana should have been the young lady on the line, not Carly Holland. Because that was definitely a foul on Carly because Miranda did a good job on defense of playing that inbound pass. So anyway,
that's an impressive young lady, that Miranda Quintana.
Yes, she is.
I don't know. They don't have her height there, but she's not a tall girl. And you'd think she was.
Well, none of them,
what she's
none
able
of them
to
are.
do. Some of those plays she makes, and with against tall girls.
So somebody's got to shoot this. Inside they go. I didn't understand that. But...
So they went for a layup and they missed it, and he pulled it out. 56, 52.
I didn't quite understand that. I thought they were going to. I thought for sure they were going to go for 3 at least. And at that point, but they they made way too many passes. They made like 4 passes.
Yeah, they were acting like they had plenty of time. I don't know.
Yeah. So 56 and 52. So the Hilltoppers, they go now to 19-7 overall, and 8-0 in district play, and 9-0 actually in district play. But if you want to look at it, they're 18-8 overall, 8-0 in the regular district, and then 1-0 in postseason play. So so right now what they'll do is going to hand out medallions to each of the girls, and so first the 5'4" sophomore. And, the cheerleaders all lined up in a little tunnel with their pom-poms and stuff. So they call out Sophia's name, so she runs over to the score table, I guess, to get her medallion. So then she has to run back and then run through the tunnel. So Abby Martinez, she gets called out, and then Olivia Martinez, who plays a lot on the junior varsity, and she's only a freshman. Gigi Romero, a sophomore. The Hilltoppers in this ballgame right now, they have some outstanding sophomores coming up, but the Hilltoppers have 16. They're going to lose 6 seniors. And Gigi Romero gets called. Michelle Macias, a 5'10 senior. Mackenzie Ashave, a 5'11 senior. Caitlin Velarde, a 5'6 senior. Catherine Trujillo, a 5'8 senior. Carly Holland, 5'4 senior. And Tara McDonald, a 5'10 senior.
And by the way, it looks like we're going to have a state tournament game here a week from yesterday, next Friday.
So the Maury Pondrat's now announcing that we will have Ann Stewart, of course, being very, very, very confident the Hilltoppers are going to get a seed that will put them in the position to have a home team. The way it works is that on the first round, is you go, they will seed the teams, and they'll play at different home gyms, and they'll go to the home gym of the top seeded player, so top seeded team. So if the Hilltoppers, they should end up in that situation where they get a high enough seed that they will they'll end up playing here, and it looks like they're pretty confident that's what they're going to do. So they're saying that they have going to have a first round game here next Friday. And in the boys, we have to wait until the seeding tomorrow, and the NMAA and the selection committee will sit down and seed all the teams, and then we'll find out if, first of all, if the boy toppers do make it in. And I think they have an excellent chance to do that. And if they do make it in, we'll have to see. I expect them to get a lower seed, which is and so I would think that the Hilltopper boys will probably be on the road, and I'm guessing it will be on Saturday. So anyway, but the Hilltopper girls are the District 1 tournament champion. They won the regular season tournament, regular season championship with an 8-0 record in district, and played Moriarty twice, beat Moriarty 64-28, beat them 64-32, and boy, they barely won this ball game tonight, 56-52, going to overtime. And boy, credit that Moriarty team. When they came in here, the first district game of the season, I was like, wow, we just completely overwhelmed them. Overwhelmed them. We were up by 35 at the end of the first half, but boy, a completely different Moriarty team walked into this gym like tonight, and they dominated the first half. And then Hilltoppers kind of came back in the third quarter and just poured it on. And fortunately for them, if they hadn't, then it would have been history, because they were able to outscore Moriarty 18-3 in that third quarter. That's the only thing that saved Los Alamos and getting them back in this ball game, because Moriarty came out to play once again in the fourth quarter, and we had a very tight fourth quarter, which ended up in overtime, and Hilltoppers winning it in overtime, 56-52. So, well, this ball game was brought to you by the Los Alamos Daily Post. This was our sixth game in 5 days, or fifth game in 6 days.
Well, kudos to that team. I don't know what they told them at half, but they settled them down somehow.
Yeah, they really did.
They came out playing their game, playing a whole different game, and they were much more relaxed.
Oh yeah,
they just took over that third quarter.
Yes, they really did, and it was like we were saying. It's just like the two teams reversed the course on each other. The Hilltoppers came out with a great offense and defense, and Moriarty just came out completely out of sync. But both teams got it back together in the fourth quarter. So anyway, Moriarty finishes up their season with.
Are they going to be in the tournament?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, they should.
17. They end up 16 and 11, but yeah, Moriarty will definitely be in the tournament. They'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So
good luck to all the teams in the tournament.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Good luck to both of these teams in the state tournament coming up here. Tomorrow is the seeding by the NMAA, and they'll announce that sometime tomorrow evening. We'll find out then who exactly is in the tournament and where they will play. And we've got a good look at all the brackets and see what the future looks like for Los Alamos High School basketball. So anyway, for Carol Clark and the Daily Post, and I want to thank them for making all this possible. And my good buddy Mike Mays couldn't make it tonight. He had the family birthday commitment that he had to honor. And so sorry you missed the ball game, Mike. It was a good one. But Debbie Katko filling in for Mike tonight. That was Debbie doing a good job filling in for you. And so we're going to wrap it up here. This is Gene Mortensen. And so for Debbie Katko and for John McHale, Charlene McHale, Nate Lather, and Nate Lindback, and all our crew, and Carol Clark of the Daily Post, I want to thank you. It's been a really fun season. And now we go on to the tournaments. And so this is Gene Mortensen. And so have a great tomorrow, and you can make it even better Sunday. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug your sweetheart. The most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And sweetie pie, I miss you an awful lot, honey. And I certainly do love you. Bye-bye, everybody.